Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be diving into 10 habits of an organized woman. These are some habits that I created over the years that have really helped me stay on top of my organization journey, and I thought that they would be helpful for you on your organization journey. Habit number one is planning your day before it happens. Now, whether it is the Sunday before and you are planning the entire week, or the night before and you are planning the next day, you need to get into the habit of planning the day before it actually happens. This is going to help you to visualize your day much better and also to execute way more throughout your day. I have talked about this in previous videos, but I initially started this YouTube channel because I was on a budgeting journey. I really wanted to organize my money. However, in trying to organize my money, I realized that I had to organize my time. If my time wasn't organized, then I was 10 times more likely going to spend money. So that ultimately led me to planning my days, planning my weeks, planning my months, thinking about what events were coming up, what I might need to purchase, outfits that I needed to get, and it really did help me to become way more organized. Your time and your money are connected, so you need to plan both, and you need to plan them before they actually happen. So get into the habit of planning your day. My second tip is to put things back where they belong. As soon as I purchase something, as soon as something comes into my home, my very first thought is, where is this thing going to live? Where am I going to store it? And the reason why I do that is because it helps me to develop the habit of putting it back. Many times when I am setting up my planner for the week or for the month, a lot of people will ask me, why does it feel like you aren't cleaning? And it is because it is built in throughout my day. For the most part, I am doing my cleaning during my AM routine and my PM routine, and I am really tidying up because I have a habit of putting things back. So usually the house doesn't get in a complete disarray unless I am really busy. Now, if I'm really busy, then it can definitely get out of hand very, very quickly. But if I am able to keep my morning routine and PM routine in place, then more than likely everything is going to be exactly where it's supposed to be. The third habit that you need to create in order to become an organized woman is to keep a notebook on you at all times. I've talked about how I will carry my planner with me everywhere that I go, but if I do decide to have a smaller purse and I don't have space for my planner, I will carry a notebook, and I carry this A5 Leuchtturm 1917 notebook everywhere I go. It is my brainstorming notebook. I will throw it in my bag, and it definitely helps me to stay more organized. Trust me, if you're trying to rely on your memory, it is not a good system. We are likely to forget things as we go on throughout our day. So I will jot things down as soon as they happen. If someone is asking me for a meeting or they want to get together, I will pull out this notebook, jot it down, and tell them, hey, I'm gonna let you know as soon as I get in front of my planner. If I get a random idea, I will pull out this notebook and jot it down. If I think of different things that I need to do or errands I need to run, I will pull out my notebook and I will jot it down. And then at the end of the day, I can pull out my notebook, I can pull out my planner, and I can plan all of the things that I have written in this notebook. It helps me to stay on top of my organization, and it helps me not to forget all of the things that I have thought of as the day has progressed. So keep a notebook on you. It is definitely going to help you on your organization journey. My next tip is to habit stack. If you have not been introduced to habit stacking, you should definitely learn more about it. I learned about habit stacking in the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. And if you haven't read that book, stop right now and make sure that you go and pick this one up. It is a game changer, especially if you're trying to develop more habits and become a more organized person. But in this book, he talks about habit stacking. And habit stacking is where you take a habit that you already have and then you attach a new habit that you want to create to that existing habit. So let's say you want to floss more and you already have a habit of brushing your teeth every single morning. With habit stacking, as soon as you finish brushing your teeth, you will automatically floss. Because the best way to create a new habit is to attach it to one that you already have. You are more likely to remember that habit and more likely to do that habit. Now I will habit stack with any new habit that I am trying to create. I have done this with my skincare routine, with my habit of working out, and even the monthly habits of different cleaning things that I wanted to do in the house. So you can do this as an exercise. Write down all of the habits that you would like to create. Write down the time frames where you would like to do that habit, and then think about what you are currently doing at that time. That way you can find something that you can attach it to, and you are more likely to complete it. The next habit that will help you to become a more organized woman is to keep your mornings as slow as possible. Now this one may be a little bit more challenging depending on the season of life. If you have little ones, you may not be able to do this one as effectively, but the more you can slow your mornings down, the more likely you are to be intentional with your day. Getting up 30 minutes before you have to go to work means that you are automatically rushing and you are more likely to forget something. So try to slow down your mornings. Think through a morning routine, something that you could possibly execute before the day gets started, and this will give you time to visualize your day and to plan accordingly. You will be able to think through what you're going to eat, what you're going to wear. You'll be way more intentional and way more organized. My next tip is to have a set routine that you do not have to think about. I have talked about before my AM routine and my PM routine, and within those routines, I keep them very simple and I make it to where I don't have to think about them. Each one of them is about 5 steps. For instance, with my morning routine, I do my faith planning, I do my budget planning, I will do a 30-minute workout, I will eat breakfast, and I will plan my day. That is 5 steps. It's 5 complete steps to my morning routine. I don't have 14, 15 steps to do every single morning, and so this makes it pretty easy for me to complete, and it does not take me a lot of time to complete. This means I am more likely to do it, which means I'm going to be way more consistent and way more organized. So think about the core things that you would like to get done within your routine, and try and set a morning routine and an evening routine for every single day. This will help your day feel like you are way more in a flow and you don't have to think about your routines or have a bunch of steps to complete them. My next tip is to set deadlines with yourself and do not break them. We are so intentional when it comes to other people in our lives. If we tell a friend that we're going to meet them for coffee, we are going to be on time. If we tell our kids that we're going to do something, or our spouse that we're going to do something, we are more likely to stick to it. But when it comes to deadlines for ourselves, goals that we have for ourselves, habits that we are trying to create, we are more likely to break them. This hurts our morale, our motivation, and our ability to believe that we can execute the things that we say. I made a commitment to myself a couple years ago that I was going to do whatever I said. And if I did not believe that it was the season for me to complete something, then I might watch my words or look and see when I could possibly do it in the future. But I became as intentional with the things that I told myself as I was with the things that I've told other people. I wanted to be a person of my word, a person of integrity, even when it came to myself. And I promise you, this has been a game changer. I am more likely to do the things that I said I was going to do, to complete the tasks that I said I was going to complete, to actually open up my planner. It has helped me with my overall discipline, and it has changed my mindset and my opinion about how organized I believe I am. I genuinely believe that although I am not perfect, that I am constantly improving. And I can see how far I have come in my journey. And the more you keep those deadlines to yourself, the more you will believe that you are the organized woman that you have set out to be. My next tip is to limit how many decisions you need to make in a day. There are so many times when I am setting up my planner and I am writing out all of the things that I am planning for the week, and I will get comments of people saying, why are you planning your meals? Why are you planning what you're going to wear? That is so much detail. I don't think that I could do that. And while I believe it is definitely not for everyone, it has worked wonders for my life. And this is because of decision fatigue. The more decisions that you have to make throughout your day, the more it is going to pull from your energy and your focus, and the quicker you start to get tired. So I try to limit my decisions throughout my day so that the energy and the focus I need can go to those top tasks that I am trying to complete. I will think through ahead of time what I'm planning on wearing for the week. I will think through my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I will think through the cleaning that we need to do for the week, the things that I need to buy, the places that I need to go. So then that way, every single morning, I'm visualizing my day. I see everything that's happening, but I'm not making a bunch of little decisions. And so by the time I get to my big task, the big project that I need to do for work, I am able to completely focus on that task because I am not tired. This feels like the start of my day instead of the middle of my day because I've had to make a bunch of little decisions to get to this point. So limit those decisions by planning ahead and think through all of those small decisions that you need to make so that your day feels a little bit lighter. It feels a little bit softer and easier to flow through. My next habit is to schedule your focus hours. You are not going to be focused 100% of the time. And if you think you're going to spend 24 hours in complete focus, that is not going to happen. But what you can do is schedule your focus hours. So I have about 3 to 4 hours of complete focus every single day. From around 9 or 10 a.m. till about 1 p.m., I like to schedule that time for complete focus. Whatever my top task, the top project that I am trying to get done, I am going to get it done during those hours because I know that I am more likely to actually execute and put forth my best effort. And I feel like so many of us are trying to do that. We're trying to schedule a time that really doesn't work for our body, our energy, and our mind, but we're trying to force ourselves to focus. And it's just not the best time. But what you can do is schedule those focus hours. Think through the best time for you to actually execute and get these things done. And then once you schedule that time, you can be more flexible throughout the rest of your day. My next tip is to use your organization tools. Now, whether you are a paper girl like me and you have a paper planner, or you are a digital girl and you love Notion, you need to decide what your organization tools are going to be. So I personally have a planner, I have my brainstorming notebook, I use Google Calendar and Google Drive, and that is the hub of my organization system. But I do know some other planners who have some other apps and things that have helped them. But no matter what your system is, you do have to decide how you're going to use it throughout the year so that you can be consistent with those tools. And you definitely want to develop a routine around those tools. So I have a morning planning routine, I have a weekly planning routine that I complete every single Sunday, I have a quarterly one, I have a monthly one, and an annual routine that I do every December. And having these routines has helped me to actually become a more organized woman. As soon as something happens throughout my day, I am immediately reaching for my organization tool. I might be reaching for my planner or my brainstorming notebook so I can write it down immediately. That information get put into the system and it is automatically put in its right place. So once you have that system in place, you are more than likely going to be consistent with that system. So guys, I hope that this video has helped you. If you want to dive a little bit deeper and look at 15 lists that you can create in order to become more organized, I will link that video above. But I will see you all in my next video. Until then, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye guys.